What is the annual cost of metering, billing and customer service? There's a package of activities specifically related to charging people for water.
Sorry, Deputy, I have to again ask for your cooperation. On the committee stage of a bill on a section, you can't engage, having gone through all the amendments, we can't engage in questioning about costs or anything else. It's not suitable, and it's not in accordance with standing orders.
It is Kinkerla, directly relevant to the section, which is around the raising of the money.
Yeah,
and so the question is specifically, what is the cost associated?
If you want to write to me on all of these, I'll give you everything back in writing.
It's not relevant to the legislation. I mean, it's not going to change the legislation, you know?
Well, it could, Ken Corley, if I may beg your indulgence,
There's no amendment. We're dealing with the section.
I understand.
We're debating the section. The amendments to that section have already been dealt with.
I'm not addressing an amendment.
About the principle of the section.
I'm not addressing an amendment. I'm addressing the section which is around the raising of domestic water charges. And the specific question I'm asking, which is directly relevant to that and needs to inform the debate, is how much it costs to raise that money. Right? So if Ken Corley, the total amount that's going to be raised is 90 million. It is relevant to the legislation and to the Oireachtas as to how much it is going to cost to raise that 90 million, because it is my belief that it is going to cost more than 90 million to raise that 90 million. So that's the question, and I do believe it is directly relevant to the section.
Minister.
And sorry, Minister, to your third point, I'm answering a specific question that the Minister has asked me, Ken Corley, which is with regard to the 200 million in additional capital expenditure. The Minister has suggested that I haven't provided an analysis for where that 200 million could come from.
I have to again interrupt. You cannot. This is not question time.
This is a committee stage.
Passing a piece of legislation at committee stage. We've dealt with all the amendments at that section. We're now dealing with the section. You can't go on asking questions about costs and all the rest of it. That's not suitable when you're debating the section.
I'm answering a question.
I'd ask you to look at the salient rulings and the standing orders.
I'm answering a question the Minister has asked.
It's not up to you to be answering questions from ministers or anybody else, to be honest with you. This is not a debate on the section.
This is a debate on the section. This is the committee stage debate on the section. That's exactly what it is.
Yeah, but it's not. The committee stage debate, you do not, in discussing the section, you do not discuss matters that have already been raised during the course of the debate on that section by way of amendments. That's the standing orders.
I'm not discussing the
And
amendments.
I'll read it out for you clearly. While members have a right to discuss a section, he or she may not repeat what has already been said on various amendments to it.
Okay, this hasn't been said.
So we can't deal with matters that have been dealt with by way of amendments.
I appreciate that. And luckily in this case, this matter has not been dealt with by way of amendment. It's specific to the section.
Now, I mean, if you don't cooperate with the chair and try and get through some of this, you know, we'll be here forever. I mean, you can't go back on a second stage debate.
This isn't a second stage debate.
Well, it is a second stage debate. It's not question time when you're debating the section of a bill. Sorry, Deputy, please, don't interrupt. This is between the Deputy on his feet and myself and the Minister. No, please.
What I would suggest in debating the section is that the additional 200 million does not need to come through the mechanism in the section, which is water charges. It could come through a reduction in the cost base, which requires a renegotiation.
That is not debating the section. You're providing an alternative to something that's already in the section and has been debated. You cannot come up with other ideas about how you raise money debating a section.
It's a specific replacement for the proposed...
Well, you can't do it on debating a section. You should have put down an amendment. You can't do it on debating a section. We've already been through all the amendments. And I've read out to you twice what the rulings are. So please accept them. I'm not making it up, you know.
I appreciate that, Ken Corley, and I'm trying to comply with the standing orders. I'm speaking specifically to the section. And I am speaking to the section in a way that has not been covered in the conversation on the amendments so far. And I am suggesting to the Minister that the mechanism contained in the section for raising the money in answer to his question is unnecessary because you can get it from a reduced cost base. Thank you.
Thank you.